The sun rose lazily over Sunbeam Valley, painting the clouds with shades of orange and gold. The morning breeze carried the scent of warm pancakes and blooming marigolds. Inside their cozy home, Lauren and Trevor were polishing their favorite treasure, the bright red power bike. Its frame glowed softly, and the tiny golden heart on the handlebars pulsed like it was alive. "Do you think it still has magic?" Trevor asked, his eyes wide with wonder. Lauren smiled. "Magic never really disappears, Trevor. It just waits for another good deed." Just then, the bell on the bike gave a cheerful ding. Though neither of them had touched it. Trevor gasped. "Did you hear that?" Before Lauren could answer, the bike's golden heart began to glow brighter and brighter. Then, whoosh! The wheels spun on their own, kicking up a swirl of glittering dust. A small, shimmering envelope popped out of the basket and floated gently into Lauren's hands. On it was a seal shaped like a smiling sun. Lauren carefully opened it and read aloud, "Dear Riders of Kindness, a village has forgotten how to smile. The flowers droop, the rivers sigh, and laughter no longer fills the sky. Follow the path of the golden wind, only kindness can bring the joy back again." Trevor's jaw dropped. A village that forgot how to smile? That sounds so sad. Lauren looked at the glowing bike. "Then it's up to us to help them remember." And with that, she climbed on the bright red power bike, and Trevor hopped on behind her. "Ready?" she asked. Trevor grinned. "Adventure awaits." The bike chimed again, ding. And in a flash of red and gold light, they zoomed into the sky, leaving behind trails of sparkling wind. The air shimmered as they flew over mountains, rivers, and forests that whispered secrets to the wind. The golden trail below twisted and turned, leading them deeper into unknown lands. Finally, they touched down in a valley that looked gray and still, the Village of Smiles, though it didn't look like its name anymore. No one was laughing. No one was even talking. The houses were dull, the sky hung low with gray clouds, and even the birds seemed too tired to sing. A baker swept in front of her shop without looking up. A group of children sat silently near a broken fountain, their faces blank. Trevor whispered, "It's like the whole place fell asleep." Lauren nodded solemnly. "Or maybe they forgot what happiness feels like." The bright red power bike hummed softly, its golden heart pulsing like it was listening. Their first stop was the bakery. Inside, the smell of old flour hung in the air. Behind the counter stood a woman with a flour-dusted apron and the saddest eyes Lauren had ever seen. "Good morning," Lauren said cheerfully. "We came to help." The baker looked up weakly. "Help? No one can help here. We used to laugh, sing, share stories. But ever since the Rainbow River dried up, everything lost its color. Even joy." Trevor frowned. "The Rainbow River? It ran through our village," the baker explained. "Its water was said to carry happiness. But when people stopped being kind, when neighbors began to argue and compete, the river grew tired and vanished." Lauren felt a lump in her throat. "Then we'll find the river and bring it back." The baker gave a soft, sad laugh. "Many have tried." Lauren smiled gently. "Then it's time to try with kindness." Before leaving, Lauren bought a stale muffin with the last of her pocket coins. She split it in two and gave half to Trevor. The baker watched, her lips trembling, and then, for the first time in years, a single tear sparkled in her eye, but it wasn't of sadness. The tear glowed and floated out the window like a drop of light. Trevor gasped. "Lauren, look." The tear transformed into a glowing butterfly that flew ahead, showing them the way. The butterfly led them through a forest filled with drooping flowers and silent trees. Every few feet, the bright red power bike's bell rang softly, as if encouraging them to keep going. Finally, they reached a wide, cracked riverbed. The Rainbow River was gone, nothing but dry stones and silence. Trevor's voice was small. How can we bring it back? Lauren knelt beside the stones, tracing her fingers along the dry river. If kindness made it flow before, maybe it still can. Just then, they heard a faint sob. Turning around, they saw a tiny squirrel trapped under a fallen branch. Without hesitation, Trevor rushed to help, while Lauren used the bike's handlebars as leverage to lift the branch. Together, they freed the little creature. The squirrel chattered gratefully, then scampered to the riverbed, digging up a shiny acorn. It buried the acorn deep in the ground, and suddenly, a small spring of glowing water began to bubble up. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye!